Welcome back, ARK players, to a brand new video. Now today, this is your last day to get involved in the official creature submission for Genesis Part 1. Today, the entry period is going to be ending, and that is at 1 PM Pacific, today, October 24th. Today we are going to be going through the current top 10 and what looks like it will finish off as the final top 10. But of course, you guys, if you haven't voted yet, you can get your votes in still now, because straight after that, the voting will begin on ranked vote, and we'll be finding all about that tonight on the Community Crunch. So if you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. Really looking forward to this. If you do want to come and join us on our LoadedCrysis cluster for free servers, link to our Discord is down below, and let's get in with the video. Right, so as I mentioned, today is the last day, and it says the voting will begin immediately after and end on November 4th at 1 PM Pacific. The winner will be announced in the Community Crunch of November 7th. So let's head over to the top 10, and this is currently how the voting is looking. The Paleo Octopus that we've talked about quite a few times is absolutely smashing the vote by 133 votes in the lead. But as I've mentioned so many times to you guys, it does not matter whether you're first or whether you're 10th in this round of voting, because anything can change at any point when it comes to, when people are ranking. They might change their mind. Anything can happen. So this is obviously the Paleo Octopus. Really cool design. I actually did a TikTok on this because I thought it was a really cool thing. But I think the whole top 10 is really nice. And this is a land octopus, which you can now vote for in the actual voting. In second, which I actually think this has changed, because this was actually third and it was actually fourth. This is the Irritator, your taming companion and your torpor enhancer of choice. This has smashed it to second place, but it's actually just gone ahead by 2 points now. But did they say there's a video there now? Let's have a look. A video? It says plus video. I mean, look at that, vote Eerie. This is actually like one of the coolest ones I've seen, like community creations. Look at that, they've even made their own GIF for it. And it says, here's the old design. Okay, let's read. Why vote the Irritator for Gen 1? It's designed to give you a whole new way of playing the game. As a wild danger, it will force you to watch out for the many sources of status effects in the biomes of Gen 1. Once tamed, the Irritator will serve as an early game traveling mount on land and in water without getting aggroed too much. This is especially important on a map like Gen 1 where one of the starter zones is literally a swamp. The Irritator is also the key to making taming X variants easier with its synergy with Torpor. Considering the fact that getting good quality weapons will be more consistent on this map, its saddle is made to make it make shooting from it easier, and the Irritator might not be a heavy hitter like the Magmasaurs and not as fast as a Bloodstalker like most creatures, but it has found a niche that has been exploited enough in ARK, that of a taming companion. Okay, interesting. 360 saddle. I mean, look at the artwork. This is like official, isn't it? It's literally like official work from if someone from Wildcard would make it. Okay, so the Abyssosaurus has dropped down to third now. Is obviously only by 2 votes, as we mentioned earlier. This again is a really cool one, yeah, just some amazing ideas in the game. I think a lot of the people went for creatures that are actually underwater, because obviously you got the ocean biome in Genesis Part 1, but also it's very like aquatic, as we mentioned. So it's not just underwater. There's a land octopus that goes through the bog and stuff like that. So this one looks seriously cool. I wouldn't mind a look at this. Is the size difference? So that's a mosasaur, plesiosaur, and that is the abyssosaur up there. I would not say no to it, because again, I do agree with a lot of you guys that the ocean creatures, the ocean is terrible in ARK at the moment, like generally terrible. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I made a massive movement, like sort of ban the megalodons because there was so many, and then Wildcard actually fixed it. And since they actually got fixed, the ocean is so dead. Like there's just nothing going on there. But anyway, so this is the next one, which is called the Crinoid, the biblically arcurated angel. I think I saw this one before. It reminded me of the Bloodstalker, but I thought this was a really, really unique one. And by the looks of things, you can like use it as like a backpack, and can you fly around with it? And it like shoots some sort of laser. Zero gravity flotation, that's what it was. Photon beams. Some sort of protection, like an umbrella with it. So yeah, this I thought was really, really, really creative, and I'm glad to see that this is 4th. It has 284 votes there, so I wouldn't say no to this one. This one sounds really cool. Okay, so the final 5 creatures. One of these is the Atopodentatus, I think that's how it's pronounced. There's some crazy names here. Apparently these are all real world creatures as well that used to exist, which when you see things like this, you just think, you just can never imagine it, can you? Like, it looks like something like a dragon or whatever, but apparently it was first discovered in 2014. It dates back to the early to mid I could never say I could never say it. But they said it shared the waves with animals such as the Itchy, Shastasaurus, pretty much a lot of the creatures we've got in ARK already. I've also noticed over time, since the voting's been going on, there's been like, these posts have been updated and edited and loads of cool new stuff, and like, I don't remember seeing this dossier. This must be new. Yeah, again, another sort of underwater ocean creature. Why does that look like? Fan made by Wolf Tech. Oh yeah, Wolf Tech's a massive art creator. But yeah, really, really nice. And I protect, you attack. Most important, you must eat snack. But yeah, they've also made other variants of it, even a tech variant of it, and all the different saddles, even the tech version in there. So yeah, again, another underwater creature that people are wanting to come to the game. And then in 6th, we have the Tidal Torpedo. Again, another underwater creature, and these are all in the top 10, which is crazy. I don't think we've ever had it as much like that before. This is called the Romleosaurus, or Romaleosaurus, I think it's pronounced. The Genesis 1 ocean biome sure is beautiful, isn't it? It's a shame the oceans are so neglected in vanilla ARK, with most of the creatures in them being hyper-aggressive bite spammers, so let's give it a little boost. I remember going through this, and again, everyone agrees, like, the ocean ARK is so bad at the moment. But still looks very, very good. Well, this looks to be, it says Tide Rider Saddle. I think it's got jets on it. Definitely. I feel like this is going to be a fast movement. And this is how you tame it. It won't naturally attack you. It might even swim right up to you out of curiosity. Very nice. This artwork is so good, whoever makes this stuff. Like, is it Risky Biscuits again? I always see, and every single one, it always says Risky Biscuits. All of these people that do these creature votes, I think they must all be friends, because they're always like backing each other's options up. I need to know that, because look at this sticker. Vote the who was it that did the artwork? Does it actually say? Oh, this is ZCI, and I've seen ZCI has done work for other people's submissions too, if I'm correct there. But yeah. Now in 7th is probably one of the only not underwater creatures, but unfortunately, oh, the picture is working this time around. The giant stick bug, the living tree. Now this was actually in the last community creature vote and did quite well in the voting. And it sounds really cool. This is the bog biome, the default version, the oceanic biome, volcanic biome, and the arctic biome. Now, I actually think this is really unique, the giant stick bug. It's now got 217 votes in 7th, right? Yeah, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So, yeah, it looks really cool, and it can literally be a living canoe, which you can sail in. I mean, there's so many useful factors with the giant stick bug, and I think, look, everyone's saying the stick bug returns, because yeah, it's just been in the voting. Is it 2 votes it's been, or 1? I can't remember. It might be 2. But yeah, really, really looking forward to it. If this one won, I would not complain. I feel like that for me, that's the same with most of the creatures. This next one in 8th is one that I'm a massive fan of. It's this Maneater Shark. In my last community video I told you guys that when I think it was Genesis Part 2 was releasing, while I was waiting for it to release, I literally completed the whole of Maneater. Don't know if you guys have played it before, but I've said as well, the Megalodon needs a TLC. It's just so poor in the game. And sadly, it did enter the top 10 at one point, but it's fallen so far away from the top 10 now. But this is like kind of like a man-eater form of shark, and I really think that's what I think we're missing. That I know I would like to see lots of different ones, you know, a little bit more unique and than just a man-eater shark. But I just think the Megalodon is so boring in the game now. Like, I remember the first day I played ARK when I was like 10 years ago, and I was so frightened of them, you know, like when you first get into the water, and they're just so useless now. Like, I know people say, you know, they still do a lot of damage and you can actually build up an army of them and do a lot of damage. You can, but what's the excitement in that? Well, you know, when there's a shark, you know, all the films, Jaws, you know, even in the Jurassic films, like, why there needs to be a little bit more to them. So I would not be obviously upset if this one came to the game either. And then we have the final two that are currently in the top 10, and they're being separated by 9 votes, or is that 10? No, 10 votes separate 11th and 10th and 11th, and this is going to be a really close final vote because the giant lobster has actually gone up to 9th because I think it was 10th. Some of these images decide not to ever work anymore, but I really like the idea of this. It was like a healing lobster, underwater lobster that you can climb, and obviously get lobster meat from, which looks very tasty. But yeah, I again am a massive fan of this. Another underwater like creature, but really good idea. And yeah, so you guys will have to, apparently it's inspired by the Elden Ring lobsters. So we've not got anything really like that. I guess we do have the crab in Aberration, but nothing like a lobster where you could, with giant claws and things. I know Aberration, Carcanos is similar, but I think this would be cool. And then in 10th is the Tully Monstrum, the Lunar Magnetic Scout. This one has all artwork done by ZCI yet again. This one has actually been in the top 10 right since the beginning. Again, another ocean-like creature. And really awesome drawings as well. They've actually scanned it and put it onto the post here. So, I mean, generally there's so many good ideas here, and I always say it's really hard to pick a number one, and that's why I'm glad it doesn't work in the sense of just go for whoever wins this voting. You know, it's the top 10. So let's do a little bit of a recap now and go through which one you're going to vote. Let me know in the comment section down below, and let's do a recap. So in number 1, we have the Paleo Octopus. In number 2, we have the Irritator. In number 3, we have the Abyssosaurus. In number 4, we have the Crinoid. In number 5, we have the Atopodentatus. I can never say that one. Then we have the Tidal Torpedo in 6th, the Giant Stick Bug in 7th, the Maneater Shark in 8th, the Giant Lobster in 9th, and the Lunar Magnetic Scout in 10th. And as I said, this still could change by tonight, but by the looks of things, these look to be your locked-in top 10 for the Genesis Part 1 creature vote. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you in tonight's Community Crunch. Lots is going to be going down, and I'll see you guys there.